So what's up YouTube, we're back with another YouTube video, and we're here with a Breaking the Bunker Tier 5 Black Mous mission guide. And you can see it says Phalanx is paying to eliminate some Al-Qatala commanders in the Koshai complex. They have a requirement to use a specific weapon. I believe they're hoping that AQ traces the attack back to Phalanx. I don't try to understand their methods, though, and neither should you. What you need to do is take their weapon and get down into that bunker. So you can see for your task, you have to take the weapon from the Phalanx dead drop, you have to kill the sniper with the weapon, and then kill the Rhino with the weapon. Now, this doesn't really tell you where the Phalanx dead drop is, but this is located in Vandal, and you can go to the one by the gas station. I will be showing that when we get into the gameplay, but just know that's the location where you find this weapon. It's going to be a cast-off, I think 7.62 or something like that. And it's gonna have like some thermal type scope, as well as a drill charge grenade launcher under barrel. So you're gonna take that exfil from Vandal, then you have to go to Al Mazrah, and then get into the Koshai complex, and then work your way towards the sniper and the Rhino to kill both of them with the weapon. So with all that being said, let's get into how to get this done. So one thing I forgot to mention is what I recommend running for this is some shock sticks, as well as thermites and munition boxes. Now the thermite, I wouldn't recommend spamming it at the boss. Maybe right when you get to the Rhino, yes, you can spam it because he has so much health that it won't kill him instantly. However, I would stay away from throwing grenades just because you never know. You get him so low, then you throw a thermite and that kills him, and you're supposed to kill him with this cast-off 7.62. So what I recommend is just bringing shock sticks. If you bring a shock stick and your teammate brings it, that's a total of 4 if you have one teammate. And then if you have 2 teammates, you can obviously bring 6 of these in, which will easily get rid of the boss here. But also for the field upgrade munitions box, this will supply you with more shock sticks if you get low, as well as with ammo, because I've had one instance where I've shredded this guy instantly without needing a munitions box with this assault rifle. Then at my second time, my go around, I needed a munitions box because I ran out of ammo. So there's, a possibility that you might need it, so I highly recommend everybody just run munition boxes and shock sticks. So that's my little tip there for getting that done. Now we're going to get into Vandal so you can find the weapon in the first place. So here you can see we're in game and we're approaching the University POI. We just entered it, and you can see right here this gas station by the dead drop. This dumpster is going to have the 7.62 that we're going to need. You can see I just equipped it. And if you've done other missions for Black Mous, then you should be familiar with this dead drop location. But I will show the location just in case you're not that familiar with it. But here you can see, pause it if you want, but there's always a gas station there by the university, so just ping that as a point of reference. But here we're going to show me exfilling. And I did speed it up just because I'm trying to save as much time off this video as possible. So you can see here I exfilled, and the most important part is making sure you leave with that assault rifle, because that is one of the main important parts of the video. And again, these are my Discord noises. I do want to apologize for that too, but those were mine. Here you can see mission progression, and we completed the first step is take the weapon from the Phalanx dead drop. Now we're going to go over to Al Mazrah, and you can see here I'm spawning in. And this is where I want to talk about the possible spawn points for the Koshai complex. So you can go in at any point that I'm about to mention, but you're going to see in a second. I'm going to open my mini map. It's not right now. I just try to ping a truck that you're going to see. But once you're in, I recommend just trying to get a vehicle. But then you're going to see here I'm opening my mini map. I'm going to do it one more time, and this is one possible spawn right here. You're going to see in like the Oasis area. That's the location of one secret entrance. There's a location of another entrance for the complex. And there's the downtown one that I recommend using the most, which is the one I'm going to be using here, where you're going to drive to. But there's also one underneath Rohan Oil. So do with that information as you will, but follow along with me for, in my opinion, what is an easier one. But on our way over to downtown, we're going to want to try to find jumper cables and car batteries. Now these are often found inside gas stations, and this is where I've had the most luck finding them. You can't find them in supermarkets, kind of like on shelves and stuff like that. However, I just loot gas stations. You can see right here I got jumper cables. Unfortunately, every gas station I went to didn't have a car battery. There's been several times before where I loot a gas station and I find jumper cables and car batteries right next to each other. But you can see here we start driving, and I decide to hit up one more gas station just to try. But again, don't feel like you're having to do this. Don't force yourself to do it if you're not comfortable doing it, because you will always get one battery and one jumper cable to free yourself from the Koshai complex little area to the chemical plant, I should say. But if you're not too familiar with it, I just recommend bringing a jumper cable and a car battery in, just to make it a lot easier. That way you don't have to depend on the one that's located in the bunker, but just know that you can't do it. Here you can see I find more jumper cables, but I don't find a car battery, but that's fine. The jumper cables is more than enough. You can see I have 3, but here I'm just going to continue looting, but I will show you in a couple seconds where to go to find your Koshai complex entrance. So you can see here it's that question mark on the mini-map when you go towards downtown. Now you're going to see it's located within this parking lot, so I'm just going to drive straight in it. And then right here on the right, you're going to see these 2 double doors with a staircase that leads down. That's your entrance. So just follow along right here. You can see the double doors drop straight down. I usually just loot these just to get XP, but also, you know, you never know if there's a car battery or if you need, you know, an armor plate like that. Pretty useful. But you can see here, if this is your first time, you're going to want to make sure you go over here with your team. Do be careful, because there is enemy teams who like to camp this, and then they'll just take your loot and then go into the Koshai complex. But you're going to get a little pop-up here, and then it will tell you to hold up on D-pad to confirm if you're on console. If you're not, then whatever the PC interact button is. But I'm going to fast forward some of this now. I've increased the speed because this loading screen is pretty rough. Even with me on an SSD on the PC, it still takes like 4-5 minutes to get in. So this is like sped up ×2. And you can see here we make our way in, and from this point on there's only AI you have to worry about. There's no PvP until you open the doors to the Koshai complex, to the chemical plant. Then you should expect everything from PvP to PvE. What I recommend is making your way down here and clearing out this area of ads. And I will show you a clear path in a second, but I'm just gonna let you know, expect sentry guns, expect armored enemies. What I'm gonna do is skip ahead and pretty much clear out the whole area, and then give you guys a clear path that you can follow. That way, you know, there's not too many cuts where you're like, where did he go, what's he doing, you know, type thing. So now we're back at the start, and I'm gonna show you right here. We're going back down those stairs, and if you're not interested in looting at all and you just want to get the mission done, then just follow my path right here. Obviously, when you're doing this, if it's your first time in, like I said, sentry guns and armored enemies are going to be everywhere. You're going to see right here, we're going to follow the right side, which in my opinion is the easiest side to do. You go here and then straight into this conference type room. Make your way through here, and then this way you can see AI do respawn. But right here you will encounter your first sentry gun if you're running here. But this room will also have your jumper cables and car batteries in case you didn't pick it up. You just have to look around. But here's where you insert your jumper cables and car batteries, and then you open the bunker door. So now once this alarm goes off, and obviously since you can hear it and everything, that means other players can hear it. So now you're opening up yourself for PvP. Now what I'm going to do is skip ahead. That way when we look for a key card and everything, you have a clear path to follow, and I'll pick up with you guys in a minute. Now here you can see we're in these little crawl spaces. Now I'm not sure if the key can spawn inside one of these straight crawl spaces. You can see this one just goes straight down, but there's other crawl spaces that kind of have like a zigzag pattern. It's not really a zigzag, it's more of a go down, then go left, and then go back down. You're going to see it in a second, but every time I found this key, it was in one of these. So if you can, just try to look for these crawl space patterns, and then you're going to see here that it wasn't in this one, but there is one that's relatively close. And use this point of reference here for this little, I guess, building. It's not a building, but you know, this little just room, I guess. When you go inside, it has like the window and stuff, but right here you can see this crawl space right next to it, and I find the factory admin key right here. Now unfortunately there's no clear way of showing you exactly every single spawn because it's random. So what you're gonna have to do when you get here in the chemical plant is, one, I highly recommend getting night vision goggles. I know I forgot to mention that, but get those and then go into crawl spaces and look for them. And again, you will run into enemy players here if they happen to be here, but here's me giving you a point of reference once you find the key card, or I should say the key, my bad, is you go back to where you came from in information extraction, and then follow the right side here, and then you're going to see a G on that. Just make sure you pass it, and then go straight down here in the middle, and then go to your left or your right, doesn't matter, but as long as you find this symbol here /2, and then once you go in here, it'll tell you to insert your keys. And once you insert your key, this is going to open, and you're going to have a sentry gun down at the end of the hall, so obviously deal with that. You can see 2 thermites, then I end up just shooting it, but I do take off my night vision goggles. These are no longer going to be of use at this point, so if you want, you can drop them and fill up your inventory with plates, ammo, shock sticks, whatever you got to do, but just know at this point they're not that useful anymore. But here you can see we're making our way through this little factory administration building, and or I should say bunker, because it's not really a building. But you can see here you're just going to be faced with ads and everything, just armored enemies, non-armored enemies, and this looks a little confusing, but once you're there, it's completely linear on where you have to go. Just avoid the upstairs platform. But here you can see there's a shop. I try to slow it down, but that is a shop that has a buy station in it. There's 2 of them. There's an orange one, which requires you to get certain things within the Koshai complex to the guy that's bartering and selling, and he wants you to deliver them, and then he'll unlock the secure buy station for you. I've never opened it, so I can't tell you what's in there, but there's a regular buy station as well that will give you plates, munitions box, and self-revives that you can buy assuming you have enough cash. So here you can see you're just gonna have a lot of AI. I just recommend clearing it out as you go, but what I'm gonna do now is pretty much leave you guys here with the gameplay. That way you can see which way we go. That way if it's your first time, you're not confused or anything, you can just follow along with the video. But I will pick up with you guys right before we enter the final area where you'll meet your first boss, the Rhino. So here you can see we're picking up with you guys again, and this is the area where you're going to fight the boss. You're going to see you're going to go through these double doors, and when you go in, you're going to see these yellow vats, or these big yellow containers here, and that's how you know you're in the boss room. So just be prepared for the Rhino. There are going to be enemies on this catwalk, and then my teammate was taken out, but you can also use your drill charge for that. I just forgot that the drill charge is even on the cast-off's 7.62. But you can see he's gonna throw smoke grenades, and then he has like this pistol that he has a laser on that will kind of show you where he's at. But you can see I'm trying to coordinate with my teammate when to throw a shock stick, and my strat here is to break his armor with the shotgun and then switch over to the assault rifle. That way I can guarantee the kill. However, you can see his helmet still has armor, and he messed me up right there pretty bad. But I'm gonna self, and then I'm gonna back up. And I'm not gonna lie, this isn't my best kill that I've ever gotten on the Rhino. But you can see here, we back up and he sprints at us. You can see right there, and almost kills me again. But I throw a shock stick and I threw a thermite, which is one thing I don't recommend you to do if this is your first time doing it. You can see I killed him and didn't get a pop-up because I've done it already. But again, if you're doing this for the first time, do not throw grenades. Don't have your teammates throw nades. Tell them to only throw shock sticks and to either shock the boss or deal with the enemies in the catwalk. But if you do not kill him with this cast-off 7.62 that you got from Vondel, the kill will not count. So only use the assault rifle. If you throw a thermite and the thermite kills him, it's not going to count for the mission, so you have to start all over again. Make sure you're only using the assault rifle for damage. But now these double doors are going to be open, so you can go after the sniper. And there is going to be a trap here that my teammate set off, but just it's one of those tripwire grenade traps that you can, disable. But the sniper will be in this corner here, and once he throws a smoke, that's your cue to, you can see right here, that's your cue to move up. But there's also going to be these traps you can see on the left side with this green laser. You're going to want to disable the trap, that way you can obviously run and, crouch and anything you want throughout this hallway. But armored enemies will also be here, and once you make it into this room, the sniper will be posted up on the left side. But there's also going to be armored enemies as well as more traps here, and that's kind of like the main takeaway, is just prepare yourself to deal with these traps. You can see I'm crawling, and I think I set one off here. I'm not sure where. I'm still trying to figure out where I set it off, but I have no idea where that's at. I'm sorry, but you can see it downs both of us, and if we didn't have selfs and a revive pistol, we would have probably died here. So you can see I'm rezzing my teammate, and here just gonna want to do damage to the boss. So it's just plating up, doing damage, trying to avoid taking sniper damage, because he does do a lot of damage, I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna see it right here. I'm trying to cheese the damage, but I was trying to shoot through the shelf and the boxes, but it didn't really work too well. But I do eventually do enough damage to where he runs away here. And now all you gotta do is deal with these traps. But there's also going to be armored enemies that push forward towards you, so just keep that in mind. You can see I'm crawling underneath these, that way I don't set them off. And then we're going to move up. Somehow one gets set off there, I don't know how. Maybe it was my teammate, maybe it wasn't. But here you're going to see I'm going to disable this trap, that way we can run around just in case if we get pushed by too many ads, we can back up. And then there's like one container here that you can loot. And you can see for me I had a plate that was pretty useful. But armored enemies will push up. And the sniper will be at the end of this hall on the left side, you can see. And the sniper's crazy, okay? The sniper, you're going to see it in a little bit here, how much damage he's doing. And here my teammate's going to throw a grenade or something. And I guess the sniper sniped the grenade out of his hand and blew it up. I don't know what that was, okay? If anybody can explain that, I'd love to hear it in the comments. But you can see I just rezzed my teammate, and the sniper's doing crazy damage. He's pretty much him when it comes to doing damage like that. But you can see I do enough damage to the point where he throws that smoke, meaning you can push up again. And pretty much this is going to be like his last stand area. I'll tell you right now, once I run towards it, there's going to be another trap here, so just crawl under. And I'm not sure if they're all located in the same spot, the little C4s to disable them. But you're going to see it's actually behind me. I thought this button was the trap, but it was actually up here, you can see. I disable it. And this room right here is always going to be the sniper's last stand. So once you get him to this room, you know he's going to be close to dying. So you can see he's going to be behind these boxes. And you can see I showed my head for like 30 seconds and he sniped me. So he's crazy with the damage. You can see I stuck him with a shock stick and he still sniped me. It's ridiculous. But I back up and then my teammate gets my res. And then we attempt this one more time. And this part kind of threw me off here, I'm not gonna lie. Every time that I've done it, he just stands there in the back and he'll snipe at us until we kill him. But you're gonna see here, we do damage and then he throws a smoke. And I was like, wait a minute, where's he running to? Last time we killed him right here. And I was trying not to move up because I was like, what if he comes back? And you can see he did end up coming back, which was weird. And we end up getting the kill right here. And if you get that kill with the assault rifle, congratulations, you just got this mission done. And to be honest, I found this mission pretty fun because I wasn't too familiar with the Koshai complex, especially with the Rhino and the Sniper, so this kind of helped. You know, it helped with learning the Koshai complex even more, while also figuring out how to do weapon cases and stuff in here, so that was pretty fun. But you're going to see there's more traps. Don't be like me and running straight towards the dead body, because that'll end up downing you. You can see I go here to my teammate, but I do want to note, when you get this kill, you can leave and just never go back there. However, I do recommend picking up this key. Actually, I'm going to disable this last trap, so just give this like a good second. I'm going to disable it. And you're going to see right on his body the secure room key. This key will open pretty much like a little vault area, and this is going to have like rewards in it for killing the Rhino and the Sniper. So I throw this armor box down, and you're going to see this little lock icon. That's where you're supposed to put the key in order to access the reward room. So you're going to see it right here. We're going to go to our left, and it's going to open the door once I put the key in. That's safe. You need like a special drill or something to open, but I insert key, and then you're going to see right here there's going to be orange chest. The weapons case is right there, and then you can obviously loot this, get ammo, whatever you need. Self revives, which is great, as well as more orange containers, so pretty useful. Durable gas mask, there was a couple there for us. In my mind, I would have stowed it just in case, that way if we were in gas or something I could have an extra one. But that's pretty much gonna do it for that. You can obviously go in an exfil now and leave, or you can do another mission or whatever you have to do inside the Koshai complex. But that's going to do it for this video, so hopefully you found it useful. I do want to note I will be uploading raw gameplay of this. I will do a re-recording of it, because it's not going to be this exact same run, just because I had already deleted some of the footage, so unfortunately that's just an L for me. But I will be uploading raw gameplay, that way if you didn't like some of the cuts or something like that, hopefully the raw gameplay will kind of show you what you have to do, where you have to do it, and stuff like that. But there will be raw gameplay uploaded. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, drop a follow on my Twitch, twitch.tv/monkeysham0. Ring the bell so you don't miss another DMZ video. Right now on screen you will be seeing a DMZ playlist popping up that will show you guys all my DMZ Season 4 videos. So if you need help with any other Black Mous guides that I've done so far, that will be linked. And if you're watching this, maybe later on from now, I'll probably have many more DMZ guides up. So give that a quick little watch in case you want to see any other DMZ guides. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.